All right, welcome to Unlimited Power. My name is D-Rod, and today we are play testing or doing a deck test of an upgraded Han Solo Spotlight deck. So this is the deck that you can get with Jump to Lightspeed. This is using the clearly Han Solo from that set, and we're just gonna move him over here a little bit. So this Han Solo is really interesting. For his action ability, you can exhaust him, reveal the top card of your deck, and attack with a unit. If the revealed card and that unit have different odd cost, you get +1/+0 with the attack, +0 with the attack. So it's not super strong. That +1 can make a difference, especially if you're trying to trade up. But obviously, it's not as good as Anakin. But again, you're going to be able to see the top cards of your deck a little bit sooner, maybe get a bigger hit, and a little bit of a rush here. For an upgrade to the base, we are going with Data Vault. That extra health does matter. The size increase makes it a little bit difficult, but your consistency among like a lot of your 3-cost ships that you're running and some pilots is going to make it pretty consistent as far as having stuff you can play every turn. Now, this is an upgrade from the Spotlight deck, so it is trying to stick within the same themes. I think there are some better colors you can pair with Han Solo here, red being one of the more popular ones, but we're going to stick with green. Because it is also a master deck, it's going to be focusing on some legendary cards that are a little bit harder to get, like Millennium Falcon or even U-Wing reinforcements. So I've been having some fun with this deck today, and we're going to do a little bit more of some testing here against one of my play partners, Jay. He's going to be running some Sabine. So let's have some fun here, get a good shuffle in. You can see the deck list in the link below in the description. It'll take you right there, and you can see what I'm running in these 60 cards. There are probably still some changes I could make or go some stuff on the higher end, as high as like 7 cost, or switching up a few of the ships. But this is where I've been having some fun. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. We are in the middle of PQ season, so some of you have probably already seen some decks like this or still trying to figure out what you're going to play. This is not a deck I would necessarily bring to a PQ. I think you can have some fun with it, but I don't think it's going to be anything you'll see like in a top 8, at least not Han Green. All right, let's get this going. Shuffling is good. All right, let's go ahead and roll for initiative. Jay, you ready? All right, let's see what we got here. I got a 5. All right, 7. Initiative's going to stay with Jay. And we're just going to draw some cards here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Now, the fun thing also about Han is when he flips, when he deploys, if you deploy him as a pilot, you can, for each friendly unit or upgrade you have that is an odd cost, you can ready that many resources. So I think that's really important here. You can get some really good turns. It kind of reminds you of the older Boba. So we're going to have some fun. In my opening hand, I have R2-D2, the pilot, the Leia, the new Leia from JTL, who allows you to attack with the pilot on enter. Millennium Falcon, the one that can have 2 pilots. A second Millennium Falcon with 2 pilots. Sanctioner's Shuttle, which can capture a unit that costs 3 or less as long as you have coordinate, and Hotshot Blaster. So we're going to definitely put down the Hotshot Blaster, and we're going to go ahead and drop 1 of Falcon. So we're just going to have 1 unit to play right now and go from there. Okay, so probably not my favorite start to have against Sabine, but this is game 1, turn 1, so let's just have some fun here. All right, Jay, I'm ready. So we're going to get into mono red Sabine. This is just testing speed here. He may get me in this first round. I have done a lot of tests against Sabine, and I know it can get there, but it's I have a feeling my opening hand here is not my best choice. We're going to take 1 damage. I'm going to pay 1 for R2-D2 as a unit, so he's just a 1/4. He has no special abilities. All right, here comes the Red Squadron Y-Wing with the indirect damage. I'm going to go ahead and take the initiative. Oh, I see what happened here. This whole table moved, doing a little bit of editing. You know what? We're not going to fix that now. Everyone can just deal with the aspects are a little cut off today. That's all right. Let's draw 2 cards. Chopper and another DL44 Hotshot Blaster. So that's going to go in my resource pile. We have 2 blasters there. We can load one up to R2 right now if we really wanted to get some damage, which would be interesting. So we do get to go first. Let's see. What do I want to do? We're going to need some health. That's for sure. We can either hit for really hard or save it. I think let's save it. Let's go ahead and I'm going to use Han Solo's ability. I'm going to reveal the top card of my deck. It is a 3, and I'm going to attack with R2-D2, so I'm going to hit you for 2 damage. All right, little bit of damage there. All right, let's see. I'm going to put 1 here, and we're going to put... All right, so I'll put 1 on R2-D2, and I'll take the remaining 3 points of damage, or, well, 1 point from the Red Squadron, and the other 2 onto my data vault. All right, let's go ahead and go Chopper or the Falcon. Let's go Chopper. Let's go Falcon, actually. I'm going to play a Falcon. It's a 3/4. He lives, Phage. I do live, right? I've been doing a lot more prep. I am going to have something fun for you guys in the next couple weeks. I'll be doing a big PQ in Seattle. So I've been doing a lot of prep for that. Yes. All right. So Trooper and Batch Brothers. Okay. That's pretty good. I'll just take the initiative. We'll go next turn. And I take a ping. We're going to go to 5. He goes to 4. Perfect. Let's draw 2 cards. We have an R2-D2, a Falcon on the board. We just drew a Falcon and a Sundari Peacekeeper. I love it. We're going to drop something, though. We're going to have 4 resources this turn. I don't mind playing the Shuttle to capture the Clone Trooper just to take care of it. So maybe Shuttle and... We're probably going to drop Leia. We'll go with Shuttle or Chopper this turn. Hope for another Leia here soon. Oh, I know, right? Sabine is really making a comeback. We have a couple locals here that have been running Sabine for a while, and I love it. I'm glad that they're having fun with it. They've been traveling to some of the bigger sector regionals here, and yeah, you know, it's they were one of them did top 8 at second, went to the finals in our PQ. So I love this idea of Sabine just because it's not easy to play, but it is fun. You can have a lot of fun. It's easily accessible, and it's still been good since set 1. I think that keeps a lot of players interested in this game. All right, let's go ahead and play. We're going to play the Sanctioner Shuttle. That's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to play this shuttle. When it comes into play, if I have 3 or more units, including itself, I can capture an enemy non-leader unit that costs 3 or less. I'm going to capture your token, and it'll essentially just remove it. Fun little exile ability. and direct damage. Let's go 2 here, here, and yeah, so then we'll just take the 1 on the base. So go to 6. I'll take that. I'll take that. Paige, what about you? Are you liking Sabine Wren? Is that a deck you play? Or are you seeing it a lot in your local metas? I'm going to go ahead and swing on your Red Squadron Y-Wing with the Millennium Falcon. I'll take 1 damage back. Take the 2. I should have just killed him. That's all right. We'll go to 8. I will swing... No. Let's use Han's ability to show the top card. It's a 5. I'm going to hit your base for a total of 2. I'll pay 1 for a chopper. It's a 1/3, and on attack, it can make you discard a card from the top of your deck. Right, got a load of people out here. We're going to go to 11 as we take 3 more damage from Sabine, and I'm just going to take the initiative. All right, so I have a Falcon, a Peacekeeper, and I can play Han next turn on one of these ships. Oof. 2 tubes and Partisan Insurgent over there. That's pretty deadly. It's a rough board. We know we have Han Solo, who does have ambush, and we drew a second Falcon. Let's drop one of those Falcons down and go to a total of 5 resources. So we can deploy a Han Solo, and we can play a Han Solo this turn, and hopefully deploy more stuff. I mean, definitely can deploy more stuff. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 odd cost units, so that's pretty good. Vage, I think Sabine is cool. Good benchmark to determine how good your deck build is against aggro. Yep, I completely agree. I've been seeing her a lot more in tournament streams since Django banned set 1 was God. Yeah, no, definitely so good. Set 1 was good. So much good stuff in set 1. All right, let's see here. We have a 4/5 ambusher, so we can easily take out some of those big things. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to... Who do I want the most? The 4. Yeah, I think we're going to go straight for Partisan Insurgent. Pay 5 for another for a Han Solo. Has ambush. He's going to go to the ground, and he's going to hit your Partisan Insurgent for 4 points of damage. I'll take 1 back. All right, so that is 5. If I deploy Han now as a pilot, I will untap 5 resources. So here comes Cassian. Gross. Do I need that now, though? I think we need to kill the 2 tubes. Let's do that. All right, I'm going to use Han Solo's ability to attack with Chopper. I'm going to reveal the top card. It's a 3. So I'm going to get a +2, and I'm going to swing into your 2 tubes to kill it. Batch Brothers takes me up to 13. Let's get some damage going now. Let's go. I'm going to swing for 1 into your base. Right? If only Barrage was command aspect only. Oh my gosh. If heroes can get some type of good board wipe or as good as Barrage, that'd be great. All right, so you're going to swing into R2-D2. And you deal 1 damage to my base, and you finish off R2, and you take 1 point back. All right, I'm at 14. No cards left. All right, I'm going to deploy Han Solo on the Millennium Falcon, so it's going to give the Falcon +4 more health. Han Solo says, when deployed as an upgrade, for each friendly unit or upgrade that has an odd cost, ready a resource. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will ready all 5 resources. And it goes to you. We have 2 cards left. We can only play one of them, Peacekeeper or Falcon. All right, he's going to swing a Chopper with Cassian, so we're going to take that out. But Chopper's done his job. I'm going to hit your base for 6 with the Falcon. We're going to raise him from 7 all the way to 13. Okay. I'm going to hit your base for 2. Now that he's taken the initiative, it's all us. Get him up to 15, and we will... 1, 2, 3, 4A. I'm going to play the Millennium Falcon. It comes into play and it readies, and then I'll hit you for an additional 3. Yes, they're different subtitles, so I can play them. All right, so we get him up to 18, and we are at 14. I like where we're at. He can now play 2 cards a turn. He really doesn't need to play anything else. His red deck does slow down just a little bit. Let's see, Phage. Been seeing a lot of Boba JTL leader 2. The extra ping really adds up. I agree, that extra ping. All right, I will pass. Yeah, Boba and Han definitely step ups. You know, I've really enjoyed the starter decks that have been out. Man, my frames are all over the place. That's what I get for trying to fix one thing and slightly messing them up. But, you know, these Spotlight decks, I feel like, have been much better, honestly, which has been really cool. Let's see here. I just want to change these 3 things. Nope, whatever. I'll work on that later. Doing a lot of those upgrades. Like I said, we're going to be doing a PQ here in just 2 or just less than 2 weeks. So we're going to be doing the Seattle PQ. It's going to be great. Okay, we drew 2 more cards, Sabine's Masterpiece and another Chopper. We are at 5 resources. I think I do want to play both cards this turn. So I'm going to drop the Chopper, putting us at 6 resources. We do have to pay for 1 or bounce the Falcon. So it means I'm not playing both cards if I want the Falcon out. I'm going to keep it. Pay the 1. All right, your go. Phage, excited for Qui-Gon. Twilight set was kind of a letdown. Felt like there was a little synergy with leaders and Republic separatist stuff. Yeah, I agree. There was definitely Twilight felt like it could have been better, but I think it's being a Magic player for so long when Magic used to do blocks, and that by block I mean where they would do 3 sets that were all in the same theme or within their rotation of Premier. They would call it standard. We always saw like the 3rd set being the weakest most of the time. And so it was something I was kind of used to, but I really did enjoy them bringing more themes to it all. Oh my gosh, these boxes are going to bother me. I apologize, guys. Amateur hour over here. Okay, so Rallying Cry gives all of his units +2. I think we can finish this, though. We can go... He's going to hit me for 3, 4, 5, 10, 14. So 14 points of damage on the board. I am at 14. I won't die. Let's race him. Okay, I'm going to pay 3 to play a card out of... to smuggle this card, Hotshot DL44. I replace it. And put it on Han Solo. Gives him +2, and he can attack immediately. So I'm going to hit your base for 6. All right, that jumps him to 24. And yeah, that's essentially it. We have... All right, I'll take the 5 from his Sabine. And yeah, then I'll finish you off with a Falcon and a Han Solo. All Han Solos, all Falcons. Oh man, he does have aggression. He just mentioned he has aggression in that deck, and that would have been disruptive for sure. So again, testing, kind of like what Phage was saying earlier, Sabine is a great one to test your deck against. We've talked about this a lot, but for people that are new, testing against a aggro deck like Sabine, if you can't get the pieces for like a green-red Sabine or no one has it, you can make a mono-red one. Because really, you just want to make sure you can survive a couple of those early rounds. If you're struggling against like a mono-red Sabine, you're not going to do well against a green-red Sabine. But it's just making sure you have answers. Are you putting in pressure? You really can't outrace them, so you just have to make sure you're trading into them where you can and outplaying them. This deck is running a lot of ambush, so it can be some surprises for Sabines. Taking out their units, you may heal, but ultimately you're going to be putting a little bit more into the space lanes than they are going to be. So you can keep the pressure there, and hopefully you can get some good restore going with cards like the Leia or the Mandalorian Security Protectors. Their name escapes me at the moment. Sundari Peacekeepers. There we go. There we go. Mandalorian Troopers. Ooh, Troopers are looking good in this next set. I am excited for Legends of the Force for sure. All right, we're going to let Jay go first here. Do some cuts. Reset our life here. So I'm going to try not to look at these squares. Luckily, the only squares that matter is the center one. Boom. Phage, really surprised Vault Base is doing so well. At first glance, I wasn't sure the extra 3 HP was worth adding 10 cards for. I'm with you. I completely agree. I thought the same thing. I didn't think we'd see as much play with it, but every time I'm trying out a deck, I start with a just basic green, and then I kind of try out ECL. I'll try Data, now Data Vault, and Data Vault just makes the difference. This deck was one of those that I really didn't want to play Data Vault, and it made the bigger difference, honestly. All right, Swoop Down, Cartel Turncoat, Boshek, love Boshek, Sabine's Masterpiece, Sanctioner Subtle, and Commandeer. We're going to keep this hand because why not? We're doing some testing. We're going to drop the Commandeer because I'm not going to see too many ships from him, and it's a 5 cost anyway. And let's drop Swoop Down. Do I want to drop? I'm going to be mostly in space. Boshek's going to be great at giving me some more cards. Masterpiece is going to keep my tempo up. Shuttle's going to deal with some stuff. This is tough. This is tough. Let's drop Shuttle. I really want Shuttle, but we're going to drop. We won game 1. All right, I'm ready. Let's see what we can do here. And we start with the classic Sabine Ping. Sabine Ping. Man. All right, 1 there. Let's hope he doesn't have a daring raid. I'm going to play Cartel Turncoat. It does have a bounty. When you defeat this card, you draw a card. It's a little tempting there, but that 2/3 for 1 gives me a little bit more value here. And we're going to put Boshek on him next turn. Here comes the 2 tubes. All right, I'll take the initiative. Oh, man. Speaking of 2 tubes, if you're not watching Andor, I recommend it. It is slow. Season 2 has been great. Ooh, we're going to draw and go to next game, or next turn. Waylay and another Masterpiece. Let's drop that Masterpiece. Andor's been great. I've been enjoying it so much. I'm excited to finish it because I am a little behind. And I'm about to start the new Empire book that came out last month. So I'm pumped for that. A lot of great Star Wars content out there, and I'm excited to catch back up. All right, I have the initiative, so let's go ahead and pay. I'm going to pay 2 for put Boshek as a pilot on my Cartel Turncoat. It gives him +1/+2, so it is now a 3/5. But when I play him as an upgrade, which he now is, I discard 2 cards from my deck and return each of those cards to my hand if they have an odd cost, a 3 and a 1. Since I reveal them, I'll tell you what they are. Leia Organa here is a 3/4. When you play her, you can attack with a pilot unit or a unit with pilot on it. And it gets +1/+0 and restore for that turn. And R2-D2, when he pilots, he gives it +1/+1, but he allows you to play a secondary pilot on there. Yep, and it's all you. Pay 2 to draw 2 in an odds deck. I love it. All right, there's Partisan Insurgent. I think I'd play the swoop down. I don't want to, but I don't want to deal with all that stuff. I'm not getting more answers here. Okay. All right, I'm going to pay 1 for swoop down. I'm going to attack with a space unit. It's going to get +2/+0 for the turn, and it can attack a ground unit. Whenever ground unit I'm attacking gets -2, -0 for this attack. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill the Partisan Insurgent. You can keep your 2 tubes. I'll take none back. All right. I wanted the Insurgent because the Insurgent's just a little bit bigger. I think I'm not too worried about 2 tubes. Because he needs to attack to give the bonus, so I'll try to take care of that sooner, or I'll waylay him to deal with that. I'll take the initiative. Or if I'm lucky, maybe I'll draw... Well, I don't have enough units for coordinate. I'd love to see Plo Koon when I get to 5. All right. So I have Masterpiece I can play next turn. Leia I can play next turn. Waylay will be good. If anything, he'll definitely play Sabine next turn. I'm worried he'll play 2 more units, so he'll have 3 on the board, and that'll be rough. Let's see. Oh, he did ping us again. Do that. All right, cool. All right, next turn. Draw 2. All right, I drew Tech and a Commandeer. I'm going to put the Commandeer down again. Phage, lately everyone's been talking about Bamboozle issue. Killing a leader for 0 is pretty crazy. I agree, it is. It's definitely the trick with dealing with some pilots for sure. Yeah. I mean, it is one of the reasons why I'm not looking at a pilot leader going into PQs, just because I don't want to face too much of that. Bamboozle's already tough. Yellow's already pretty strong. So honestly, I probably should practice more with Yellow Han, but I'm trying some other stuff. We are on 4 resources. I put Commandeer down. We drew Tech and Commandeer. What do I want here? I can play Leia, and I can play an R2-D2 or Waylay. I don't think I need to heal yet. And I think I'd rather set up a little bit more for the next turn. I'm going to use Han Solo's ability to attack with Cartel Turncoat. I'm going to reveal the top card of the deck. It's a 3. This is a 1. So I'm going to be swinging for 2 + 1 + 1. So 4 total. All right, let's get them up to 6. Yellow cards are just insane, Phage says. Qui-Gon will break it again for sure. I know, right? I feel like all the extra yellow cards for the Force are looking pretty good. All right, here comes the Sabine Wren. Let's go. I really want to waylay, but let's take some damage. Data Vault allows us to take some points of damage here. Yep. Okay. All right, I'm going to pay 3 for Sabine's Masterpiece. It has an on-attack abilities that are dependent on the different types of units I have in play based on their color. Now, what I love about the Masterpiece is with green units, I can put a 1/1 counter on a unit. And with yellow units, I can ready or remove or exhaust a resource. So that's going to be good. All right, we're going to take 2. Go to 6 from that 2 tube. She's going to give that bonus away. All right, I'm going to pay 1 for R2-D2 as a pilot on Sabine's Masterpiece. So now it's a 4/4. All right, that gives us 4 units in play. So that means I'll be much better off once Han Solo deploys and how much I can ready that turn. Oh, no. Oh, no. Aggression to destroy the Masterpiece. It's a good move. Ready says 2 tubes. Okay, I'll take the initiative. I'm about to get hit. About to get hit hard. We're going to go from 6 to 8. Now Sabine has +4 bonus for 7. So I'm going to go from 8 to 15. Woo. Disgusting. Now I feel like I should have just waylaid that 2 tubes, right? All right. That does set me back a little bit. Let's play tech. I really wanted to swing with that masterpiece. I was going to play Leia, swing with the masterpiece, heal 1, and be pretty good. Pretty good. So we're going to do this. We need the bodies out. Let's go. Both at 5. All right, I'm going to pay 3 for Leia Organa. When played, I can attack with a unit that has a pilot on it, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack for a total of 3 points of damage, and on attack, I can heal 1. I get restore 1. I'm sorry, I hit you for 4 points. I forget I get a +1. Right, so I'm going to go down to 14. He's going to go up to 10. Swing with 2 tubes, take me back to 16. Okay. Once we are done. Oh, man, I can't deploy a pilot. That's where I messed up. That's where I messed up. No. Oh, man. That is rough. I could have done that. I couldn't have done that much differently. Yeah, I could have done that differently. Okay. That's rough. I can't kill Sabine. I only have 1 other ship. This is tough. He has so much resources. Let's deploy. I'm going to deploy Han into the ground. He's a 3/7. Take out that extra 2 tubes. I get hit by my base, so he's going to take me from 16 to 21 out of 33. I'm going to swing into your 2 tubes for 3 points of damage and kill it. Let's see, he has 5 resources left. And he smuggles in Cassian and replaces. Gross. All right, I'll take the initiative. Go to 24. Okay, draw 2. 1, 2, Falcon and Plo Koon. Finally, something I can use. Let's drop Boshek. Go 6. What's fun is we can waylay Cassian. Man, only I just did that last turn better, right? Can't. I guess I can kill Cassian this turn. I'm going to pay 5 for Plo Koon. When he comes into play, he has ambush and coordinate. So as long as I have 3 units in play, which he counts as 1, he now get attacked for 6. And I'll go ahead and kill your Sabine with 6 damage. I'll take 2 back. There we go. Stabilizing a little bit here. Sabine's going to run out of gas, so I'm kind of counting on that. Not that I didn't get hit pretty hard. We're going to go from 24 to 27. Gross. I'm going to swing on your Cassian with Leia for 3 points of damage, and I'm going to heal my base by 1 when I do. Now comes Batch Brothers with a unit. All right, I'm going to swing on Cassian with Han Solo, so I'll take 3 more points of damage, taking me to 5 on him. Batch Brothers and a 2/2 token. 2/1 and a 2/2. He has 2 more resources left. He can definitely play something. Yep, and it's the Insurgent. How much do I want to go first here? I'm going to take the initiative. Draw 2. Plo Koon and Plo Koon. Double Plo Koon. We're going to stay at 6. We have some answers here. We can take care of these smaller guys and try to get through this. Really got to keep Leia alive. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to hope he doesn't swing on Leia. I'm going to use Han to swing on your Partisan Insurgent. So I'll take 1 damage back and kill it. Oh, you have more health than that. Yep, sorry. So you just take 3. That's me messing up. Ah, that was a big mistake. Big mistake. 29. I think we go for the heal. Yeah. I'm going to swing into your Batch Brothers with Leia. I'm going to heal my base by 1. Go to 28. Leia dies. Take me to 30. I will kill your Partisan Insurgent with Plo Koon. Fighters for Freedom is gross. I'm going to waylay the Fighters for Freedom and return it back to your hand. Gets me to 31. Okay, 3 more points of damage here. I'll hit your base for 3. Oh, he kills me. Got it. Good job. Let's go to game 3. That daring raid. Yeah, man. It all came down to that one play. Paige mentioned earlier, haven't picked up the new starter decks. Maiko copped them tonight. Yeah, they're super fun. I wish, man, I think I wish No Disintegrations was played more. I think it has some potential, but I think it needed to be probably 1 resource less. But I've been having fun with them, right? Like, you've seen Boba. Boba's super good. Han is definitely some variety here. Again, I think if you do want to try more Han stuff, besides upgrading the starter deck, Han Red is pretty fun. Really explosive. A lot of fun stuff there. But I've been really enjoying the data vault with Han, so we'll see. Just again, his ability to ready your resources can really give you a strong turn. Makes it better when you are playing cards like Boshek early because you have a lot more in your hand. But again, that's hard to make sure you're seeing a Boshek because you have 60 cards instead of 50. So 60 card does feel better though, especially if you're used to playing a lot of Magic. A couple other games do 60 card decks, but we'll just talk about the big one right now. Let's reset all this life. And I will start with the initiative. Do a quick cut. See what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really do. I like how we did everything with the pilots. I was really hoping we would see something similar to Star Wars Decipher when they started going in their pilots. Probably around, when was this? They started doing the enhanced ones. Maybe by set 6 or 7. They started giving us units that were already in the ship. So essentially in that game you had your Falcon and you had Han Solo, and every unit, if they had a pilot ability, you could put them in a ship to pilot it, which was fine. Like, it was, and this was the 90s, so there was way too much information on a card. But then they started making stuff like Han and Falcon, Chewie and Falcon, Boba in Slave 1 at the time, Luke in Red 3, and so on and so on. And those were just really powerful vehicles that were already had the pilot bonus. They cost more, but they were definitely made the game really fun. All right, we drew Commandeer and a Leia Organa and a Han Solo, 2 Republic Y-Wings, and a Blue Leader. Ugh, really want that Blue Leader. But I think we're going to drop him. Okay. So I was kind of hoping we'd see something like that. I felt like that would fit really good within this set of just having new leaders that deployed into the space lane, but they were already in their ship, and making it to where they could never do ground lane. I think we could still see something like that in the future, but I did like that idea of, like, I can go either direction, or I can only go in this direction. This makes it to where we can go either, which is nice. Okay. All right, I'm going to pay 1 for Republic Y-Wing. It is a 1/3. 1/3. And I'll pay 1 for another Republic Y-Wing. All right, we both take our Sabine pings, which means I will get to go first next turn. I'll keep the initiative. All right, draw 2, R2-D2, and Sundari Peacekeeper. Let's drop R2. Frozen Tundra. Good evening. Have you tried other aspects with Han 4? I watched a Han 4 LC in Chicago PQ look like a cool deck. I haven't tried, besides red. I have messed around a little bit with red, but I haven't taken it as deep as I want to. So this is the one I definitely just want to mess around a bit more, because it is, just for upgrading decks. But you're right, it is fun. It is good no matter like what color you're playing. You're having a lot of fun with it. All right, let's put some pressure. Want to kill that 2 tubes soon? Nah, let's go. All right, I'm going to pay 2 for Han Solo on a Republic Y-Wing. It is now a 3/6. Hope I don't see an aggression soon. On the sideboard, the Sabine player would definitely be running some Bang Fighters. Let's take 3 points of damage there from that 2 tubes. He has no red to give a bonus to. All right, I'm going to use Han Solo's ability to reveal the top card of my deck. It is a Han Solo for 5 cost, so I'm swinging for a total of 4 with my Y-Wing. All right, like that damage. Ah, gross. All right, I'll hit your base for 1. He has a Fighters for Freedom out there. That's going to hurt me a bit. You're going to take the initiative rather than ping. Okay. All right, I'll pass. Waylay and Plo Koon. What are we at? We're about to be at 4. Peacekeeper, this is all good. Peacekeeper's probably too slow. I keep the pressure on, or I can just wait. All right, we're going to drop the Peacekeeper. It's probably silly, but I really keep wanting to try Leia a little bit more. All right. ready there. 4 resources. All right, you're go. All right, that worked out for me. He's going to give that bonus to his Fighters for Freedom. So we'll just go ahead and take advantage of that. We're going to waylay the Fighters for Freedom back to your hand. Right. Oh, you're right. You're right, Rover. Well, the Han Solo is already in there. I would have drawn it. So instead of going back, we're just going to skip down that. I should have had a Han Solo. I don't remember if I would have drawn the R2 or the Waylay first, but that is definitely my bad. That's the only time I've done that. That's funny. All right, let's use Han Solo's ability to reveal the top card of my deck. It is a 1. This is a 1, so I will not get the bonus, but I do get to attack still for 3 points of damage. Put that hotshot blaster back on my base. Wow, we got the bones off. All right, so I'm going to take 1 point of damage there. That Fighters for Freedom. See, he's still going to swing with Sabine. I'll attack your base for 1. Get him up to 10 while I'm at 6. All right, I'm going to take the initiative. I'm going to take 3 points of damage here. Go to 9. But I feel good. Let's draw 2. We know one's that Hotshot Blaster. We're going to put that down. Second card is the Millennium Falcon from Spark of Rebellion. Ready. 5 resources. Han can deploy this turn. When he deploys, at that point, we will ready 4 resources, which is pretty good. I think what we're going to do is probably Plo Koon into the fighters. And then we'll go from there. Okay. Our opponent has everything readied and all resources readying, showing the sign that we're good to move on. All right, I'm going to pay 5 for Plo Koon. He has Coordinate and Ambush, so he's going to ready, and I'm going to hit your Fighters for Freedom for 6 points of damage. I'll take 3 back. Ugh, a second Fighters for Freedom. Glad we did that. I'm going to use Han's ability to attack with the Republic Y-Wing with another Han Solo on it. Fill the top card. It is a 1. They both share the same cost, so I'm only attacking you for a total of 3 points. All right, 2 tubes attacks me, takes me to 11. All right, no. There we go, 12, because I took that 1 from, whatchamacallit. All right, I'm going to deploy Han Solo onto the Y-Wing. We're going to count all the upgrades that I have, all the upgrades and units that are odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to ready all 5 resources. All right, take 5. I'm going to jump to 17 here. That should actually be... There we go. All right, I should be at 17 because I've took that 1 from Mr. Bones earlier. Okay, let's pay 3 for Leia Organa. When she comes into play, I can attack with a pilot or a pilot that is upgrading a unit, and I'll get +1 and restore 1. So I'm going to hit your base for a total of 5, and I'm going to heal 1. So we got him to 18. Phage, haven't played since set 1. Game died in my area, sadly. Been itching to try webcam for this Republic deck. Oh yeah, Phage, definitely gotta get some webcam stuff. Makes a big difference. You hit me for 3, correct, Jay? So I'm be at. Okay, so take me at 19. I'll take the initiative. Oof. Fighters for Freedom. Getting me. We're going to consolidate this to 20. 13 points left. Let's draw 2 cards. We have Cartel Turncoat and U-Wing Reinforcement. We're going to put down the Cartel Turncoat. We have Plo Koon, Leia. How much damage do we have on the board here? We have 6, 9, 13, 16 points of damage here. 6 resources. 1 restore. He has to do 13 points of damage. I need to do 12 points of damage. So I think we got it here. Okay. All right, I'm going to pay 3 for a DL-44 Hotshot Blaster on Plo Koon, and I'm going to attack your base for a total of 6 plus 2, so 8 points of damage. Do the replacement. All right, that's going to get him pretty much dead. We'll move on to game new deck. Play against a new deck here. All right, Rallying Cry. Yeah, I would have been dead for sure. Go to 21. And I'll finish it off with Han Solo in this Y-Wing. Not the Han Solo in this Y-Wing. Got it. Awesome. All right. Well, I think it's time you bring out the either Luke or Quinlan. Luke or Quinlan. Let's get this shuffled while he picks whichever one he's going to play. If it's Quinlan deck, it is your standard tournament Quinlan deck. Yes, my opponent did forget that Plo Koon is better with more units in play. Phage want to revive his Krennic deck. Man, I played so much Krennic. I loved playing Krennic a lot. Still one of my favorite showcases. Really enjoyed that one. It's, the hard part sometimes about these types of games is there are a lot of leaders you want to play. We are now at over 100, easily over 100 combinations when you look at leaders and color types, and it's pretty cool. And this is the smallest the set, or like what you have to build with, is ever going to be. 4 sets is always going to be the minimum in the Premier format. So it's going to be really exciting when we get up to 6. There's so many options already. I don't know what to expect when we go into different tournaments. I love that we're seeing a lot more themes. So you can go to an event and be like, hey, someone's running like all Han Yellow Rebels, and someone else is running all Force users in green. So I really like that. We're going to see some more Trooper decks, some Spectre decks. Just good stuff. And now we're seeing like KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic stuff. Pretty cool. I know a lot of people in my play groups are already planning what they're going to do for Revans. I think everyone's already picked all the cool colors, so I'll probably pick like a silly color. Like I may try Revan Yellow, because I think now there are 2 of them, always has some potential. All right, let's update this. We're going to switch out Sabine. We're going to switch out the base here as well. So we're going to get rid of Spice Mine and play Tarkin Town. Change this. Ding. Find Quinlan. Right at the bottom. All I have to do is click Sabine. Got it. All right, again, apologize that these boxes are off. Oops. As I misclick. Drawer from me. Okay. We got Quinlan. He is set up. Done a couple of test matches against Quinlan. Most of them were fun. This is why we will see like this isn't always like a tier 1 deck. So, all right, we drew double R2D2s. Oh, yeah. I guess let's roll to see who goes first. I got 11. All right, I'll go first with my love. Yeah, I'll go first. If I don't, he's just going to pass anyway. We have R2D2, R2D2, and Cartel Turncoat. I don't want to play the Cartel Turncoat because how difficult Quinlan's going to be. It's just going to be a free card. We have R2D2, R2D2, and Chopper. Waylay and the Peacekeeper. I think the Waylay... I'm going to drop the Waylay. It's going to be some pressure. Ooh, do you know what you're feeling for the tournament, Han? I'm looking at some stuff for the PQs. I'm doing a lot more practice with Han 1 Green at the moment, Phage. I've been having a lot of fun with that. A little bit more pressure. Runs out of gas if you go too long, but I think it has some good power. I've been still doing some testing with it, but having fun. All right, let's go ahead and start with a pay 1 for an R2D2 in the ground arena. It's a 1/4. Oh, gross. Well, at least it didn't ping anything. Yep. All right, I'll pay 1 more for Chopper. It's a 1/3. Okay, he has the initiative. I'll pass. Draw 2. Sanctioner Shuttle and Plo Koon. Like seeing my Plo Koon this early. We're going to drop the other R2D2. Yeah, we're going to drop the other R2D2. Trying to think what I would want to capture. But yeah, I've been enjoying Han Green. Swing, finish off that R2. What I've been liking about using is cards like Salvage. It's a 0 cost, allows you to play a vehicle out of your discard pile, and it just has to take 1 point of damage. So I've had a lot of fun bringing back like Falcons or even Home Ones back. That's been really good. I also love using U-Wing reinforcements just to bring cards in like Kira or Chewbacca much quicker. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. Rovert says, I definitely love set 1 leaders with everything we have now, Phage. He's right. Set 1 leaders have definitely only gotten better over time. How did your Mando deck go, Phage asked? I remember you bring something a while ago. The Mando deck was before Jump to Lightspeed, and it was okay. I think now you can just run a better Mando deck with a lot of the piloting skills, so I think that's good. So good. All right. We can't play Sanctioner Shuttles now. All right. I'm going to swing with Chopper. On attack, I'm going to make you discard the top card of your deck. If it's an event, I'm going to exhaust a resource you control. Not an event. It's the detail for it. All right, you just take 1 then. To use Han's ability. And that's why you test. So you don't make mistakes. What's he going to pay 3 for? $3 for Quinlan? Oh, yeah, Falcon makes sense. All right. I'm going to pay 3 for the Peacekeepers. They're a 1/5 with Raid 2 and Restore 2. Take the 3 from that Falcon. There we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. Everyone should be hearing everything now. Thanks for being patient there. All right. Okay, you deployed Quinlan. Got it. I'm going to go ahead. Nah, I was actually having audio issues. I'm going to deploy Han Solo. He's going to pilot this ship. And so now it is a 5/7. So it has 5 health points remaining. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are odd cost. So I'm going to untap 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Which is not great. I really wanted that 5, but I knew I didn't have it. But we saved the shuttle. Shuttle's going to stay alive a little bit longer. All right. Oh, sorry. It's from my hand. I apologize. That was off the top card of my deck. I did that wrong. All right. I discard a card from my hand. My choice. Oh, no. Oh, man. I'll do it. All right. I'll get rid of a unit. So you get to choose. Yeah. Yep. All right. Makes sense. All right. I'll swing on your base for 1. Make you discard a card from the top of your deck. Yes, please. Okay. I'd love to see that. All right. I got rid of a post, so that's fine. No. 7 damage, sir. Where would you like it? Okay, I'll take the initiative after that. Yeah, not a lot of people play the 3-cost Ahsoka. I really like her. I thought about her in this deck, but I needed him, and she's still like one of the honorable mentions. Her and Ezra. All right. Let's put this damage. Let's draw two cards here. Tech and Falcon. What are we going to 6? Going to 6. We'll put down the Tech. I have to get some damage in here. This is not great. Love to get a good discard. If I can get rid of a force throw, that'd be pretty good. He doesn't have enough to kill Han. So I'm going to swing on your base for 1 and make you discard a card. Hey, an event. So I will make you exhaust a resource. All right, you got him drop down. Just 4 resources. You didn't go to 6. Or is it just too dark for me to see? Nope. Oh, no. It's what we were talking about. Bamboozled. All right, so you take care of the upgrade, which sucks. You defeat my unit, and you get your Falcon back. Yep. If it doesn't have, I can't remember if it has a win played or if it just says ready it. Yeah, so I believe it readies. I am not running Spark in this deck. Spark of Hope. Or are you talking about Spark of Rebellion? Okay, well, we're going to. We have a tech we can pull out, but we're not going to have that very long. Let's Pay 3 for Falcon. Not looking good. Damage is still low, but not to get hit. It's at 4, not 5. Oh, but now I'm at 7. Oof. He's not going to do any. I'm going to hit your base for 3. So, like, if I hit his Falcon with my Falcon, kills Chopper with Ahsoka, I'll take the initiative. If I hit his Falcon with my Falcon, he's just going to bounce it to his hand. We're kind of in this weird still race, but he is in a better position than me for sure. So he passed. Let's draw 2 cards. Hot Shot. Oh, I need Hot Shot and DL44. That's what I need. Yeah, we are going to pay 1 here. We drew Han Solo. Pilot, so I think we can do some stuff there. Good news is I have no cards in hand, so Force Throw is not as big of a deal. But he's definitely in a better position. So let's see what we can do. He is readied. He's paid the 1. 1, 2. Pay 2. Love it. 4 left. Cool. All right, I'm going to pay 2 for Han Solo on the Millennium Falcon. When played as an upgrade, you may attack with the attached unit. If it is the Millennium Falcon, it deals combat damage before the defender. So I shoot first. I will shoot down your Millennium Falcon with 5 points, and I'll take nothing back. Oh, Shadow Intentions is interesting for anti-removal. No! All right, it is waylaid, sir. I will pay 4 to smuggle tech into play, replace it. He gives all my cards in my resource pile smuggle plus 2. So I have to pay their card costs and an additional 2 in order to play any card out of my resource pile. He's probably going to kill it. Oh, he's not going to kill it. I don't know what I'm going to play. Something. Okay. All right, I'll go to 13, and I'll take the initiative. Draw 2, come on, U-Wing. Nope. Hotshot reinforcements. Okay, I got a lot of hotshot blasters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we got Waylay. That's no good. Two turncoats. That's no good. And a commandeer, which doesn't do anything at the moment. So I think we're just going to hotshot Ahsoka. Right? No, what is he at? 8? Get him to 13. I'm at 16. I just feel like that pressure is too slow. Maybe I should play a body first. Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper's going to be tough for him. So I could play a ship. No problem. How do you approach deck building for 60-card deck? Consistency is interesting. Phage, that's a great question. It is part of what makes it easier in a deck like Han, where you're playing with odds. So you can easily just say, like, well, I want more 3-drops because I want to be able to always have something on that turn. Right? So you know you can get up to 5. You have enough cards you're playing, at least 2 cards a turn or 1. And you're trying to get up to, in this deck, a 7. So the 7's on where they have to be like a little bit lighter. But you can kind of go from there. I'm mixing cards here, unfortunately. This is my hand. Hotshot Blaster, Masterpiece. Masterpiece gets no bonus. Let's go with the Blaster. Yeah. Another tech. All right, I'm going to smuggle in the hot shot blaster so I can attack for 4. I'm going to go ahead and hit your base for 4. Get him up to 13 there. I'm at 16, so I'm 3 behind. Oh no. Ah, here comes Han. Han Solo, where I take no damage back, or I take all damage. Going to pay 3. I'll pay 3 for a Sundari Peacekeeper, has Ray 2 and Restore 2. Makes sense. Any ramp? I think ramp depends on the kind of deck you want to play. With, like, for example, if you're running Data Vault in a control matchup, I'll take the initiative. When you're taking him in a control matchup, you really want that ramp to make sure you can get to your bigger cards a little bit faster. You probably also want a little bit of filtering. In a deck like this, the U-Wing reinforcements really help get through a lot of those cards. I thought about the ramp, but I'm not racing to a big card in this deck. I'm trying to do damage with a few late game solutions. So I think it really depends on the kind of deck you want to do. It's also getting a little bit harder to ramp in some styles. Like when you're fighting Quinlan or even Sabine's, it's hard to find the turn that you need to ramp. That second turn sometimes can be big for some of these decks where they can really upset you. And if you don't do anything, by that second turn or that third turn, you may be in a weird spot. So let's go ahead and draw 2 cards, Falcon and Boshek. I can play them both. We'll do that because I can draw 2 cards. But this one, yeah, no ramp. No ramp. Let's try it with no ramp. And again, with so many cards, it seemed harder. But when you're in, especially if you try like a mono green Palp or you're just doing dark side Palp, I still think it's worth running your resupplies and your super laser techs, especially in the controls. Okay, let's go ahead and pay 3. I'm going to die anyway. I'll pay 3 for the Falcon. What do I want to see right now? Oof. All right, he plays Kira, which is strong. All right, so my Boshek goes from... so how does Kira read? Because I have alternate cost here. Okay, I assume then that's still fine. I'm going to go ahead and play Boshek as a pilot, which costs 2, and pay the additional 3 for that alternate cost, and put it on Boshek. On Millennium Falcon. And then I discard the top 2 cards of my deck. If they're odd, they go to my hand. These are both odds. They'll go to my hand. So I drop card. So Boshek is another good example of using Data Vault. Get me with that Kira ability. Okay. But Boshek allows me to bamboozle. Let me finish this sentence. Boshek allows me to go through my deck a little bit faster, but honestly, yeah. So this is gone. Oh, sorry. This exhaust and this is to my hand. Got it. Okay, well, I paid 5 for 2 cards. So I'll take the initiative. And 12 damage from my 16. We're going to go to 28. Gross. Gross. All right. Draw 2. Blue leader. Commandeer. He has no ship. I don't know why I put a resource down. I have no answers here. What do I want to kill? I can't kill Quinlan. I can kill Ahsoka. I can kill Kira. Yeah. I have something kind of like Swoop Down. I'll pay 3 an additional 2 to play Blue Leader. With the +2 that I pay, I can give him +2 experience tokens, move him to the ground arena, and he has Ambush. So I will just hit Kira for 5. Cool, that kills me. I guess we'll go to game 2. Can't believe I got bamboozled so many times. Force throw and those 2 bamboozles. There was just no recovery after the first bamboozle. Correct. Yeah, bamboozle is one of those cards that when this set was announced just seemed like a great card from the first set that really didn't have as much weight, and now it really does put a lot of pilot leaders in check against yellow white decks. So oh man, so I didn't get to run Sabine's Masterpiece yet. Would like to get a swing with that, get some bonuses, but that has not happened. Again, that was kind of like the final 10 cards in here. When I switched to Data Vault, I added the Peacekeepers, the Leias, the Sabines, and what else I add? I think I was running one something. But I added those to trying, and I really do like a lot of them. Just that extra little health to buy me some time. Leia allows me to get that attack. So we'll see. Let's go here, but Bamboozle is a pain. Again, one of the reasons why I'm not super dedicated into a necessarily a pilot build, but this is essentially how like Green Han runs, that Han 1 I'm playing. It's running all the Falcons, it's running all the Hans. It's a little bit more tempo. It does have some ramp in it, but again, that works because Han as a leader is ramping you. So if I can resupply on turn 1, I always feel like I'm in a better spot, right? Then obviously it's faster than what most decks can deal with. All right, we have U-Wing reinforcements, Waylay, Falcon, Leia Organa, Chopper, and Y-Wing. We're going to drop the Waylay, and we're going to drop the U-Wing because I don't want to get force thrown too early here. So there it goes. I don't have ramp, so that is 6 turns away. Reset these base modifiers, and let's see what we can do here. Actually, can we brighten up Jay's screen? We can. We're going to do that right now. Let's go to our table setting. Display capture. And just do a quick brighten here. For some reason, again, for those just joining us, I am doing the Seattle PQ here next weekend. So some of the stuff on my screen is a little bit messed up because we've just been prepping to do something new, and getting something new for this setup, which I'm excited for. That'll be next Saturday here. So we're doing a full day stream of a 124 person event up in Seattle, Washington. It's gonna be great. Great. All right, let's go ahead and pay 1 for Chopper. Favorite little droid. Man, to tell you, KTSO is also one of my favorite ones. Yeah, Frozen Tundra. It is going to be at Zulu's. I'll be at Zulu's doing that event. Been working with them to get set up. I'm very excited for it. We will have some special stuff for everyone who is in the tournament. Be bringing some cool swag for everyone. Be fun. Pay 1 for Republic Y-Wing. You can actually see some of the swag. Jay was playing it earlier, or using it earlier. We can see one of these dice. Special dice will be handed out to everyone who is there. Unlimited power dice. So be pretty cool. James is a great TO. Yeah, James has been great to work with. I've been enjoying chatting with him over the Discords. Let's see. Quinlan takes the initiative, and we will pass. I'm going to draw a Boshek and a Cartel Turncoat. We're going to drop the Turncoat because we're going to get hurt. And I don't need to feed him cards. I need to feed myself cards. Yeah, I'm really excited to go to Zulu's. For those unfamiliar, the Seattle area, Zulu's is definitely one of the best stores up there. They do a lot of large events for Magic, Final Fantasy, Grand Archive, Flesh and Blood, Star Wars. Very popular amongst other games. A lot of people love traveling up there. Very excited to kind of get my first visit there. Okay. Swing into my chopper here. Okay. I'm going to swing into your base for 1, make you discard the top card of your deck. If it's an event, we'll have you... Oh, yeah. So we'll exhaust a resource. Love it. Love when Chopper actually does Chopper things. Right. Tarkentown to kill the Chopper. Oh, wait. Sorry. No, he's not doing that yet. Ding, ding. Okay. I will, for 2, play a Boshek on the Y-Wing. I will discard the top 2 cards of my deck. If they're odd cost, they'll go to my hand. R2-D2 and a Chopper. I love that on the other end of this. Jay is definitely not a fan of Boshek. All right, he takes the initiative. He is not dealing the Tarkentown damage. Okay, let's see. So we can go R2 on the board, or we can go R2 and the Y-Wing. I think I don't want to go too wide because of... or I don't want to go put too much on the Y-Wing because of Bamboozle. All right, I'm going to use Han's ability to attack with the Y-Wing and reveal the top card. It's the same cost, so I'm just going to hit your base for a total of 2. Into 3 there. And then I will play a 1/4 R2-D2, and then I'll pass. Draw 2. We're going to draw that Y-Wing and a Peacekeeper. We still have Leia Organa and a Chopper and a Falcon. I'm going to drop the Chopper. I'll go to 4. These 1-drops are great against Quinlan because Quinlan doesn't run 1-drops. So they can usually evade some of the extra damage. He needs to swing if he really wants that Tarkentown to go off. Now this turn I can go Peacekeeper or I can go Leia. Peacekeeper is definitely going to be a big threat for him. He's going to want to focus on that. But I may just try to bait him with the Leia because they both have Restore. Leia's Restore is just a little bit less. All right. Smuggler kills Chopper, takes 1 back. Let's go. I shouldn't have done that. I did anyway. All right. I'll swing with, or play Leia. I can swing with a unit, give it +1 for the turn. I'm going to hit your base for 3. Yeah, it is what it is. I just should have not done it yet. I should have at least healed 1. All right, Quinlan deals the ability here from the soldier. I have to deal 3 indirect damage to certain things. We're going to go like that. Okay. I'm going to use Han's ability to attack your base. I'm going to reveal. It is a 1 to a 1, so I'm just going to hit your base for 1. Get that damage on there. Force him to use the Sabine. And I take 1 damage. There's that damage I could have saved. That's all right. Let's put out... I'm going to play another Republic Y-Wing. All right, I'm going to pass. So, now he's going to, instead of taking initiative, he's going to take out Leia. Smart. Okay, that's all right. Well, I'll take the initiative then. So 2 units on my board, 3 on his. We have the hot shot And we have Chewbacca. We also have the Falcon in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things we 5 resources. We have 3 odd cost cards in play. So that means Han, as long as these ships survive, can do some fun stuff here. So we can go, what do we want? We can go Falcon. We can equip the Y-Wing and then Falcon. I think we got to split up here. We got to split up. So I think we go 3. All right, I'm going to pay 3 for another, or for a Millennium Falcon. Got 3 cards. Here comes 3 from Sabine, 1 from her ability, 2 from her attack damage. I'm going to use Han's ability to attack with this thing, Republic Y-Wing with Bocek. They both share the same number, 1 and 1, so I'm just going to hit your base for 2. Take me to 6. He is now at 8 or 9, sorry. Right, let's go ahead and should I deploy Solo and swing immediately? Probably. All right, I'm going to deploy Solo. So I'm a 4/7, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So I'll untap my 3 resources. Waylays it. Smart. I'm going to pay 3 for Chewbacca on the Falcon here. So Chewbacca says the attached unit can't be defeated or returned to hand by enemy card abilities. So you have to swing into it or find a way to remove the upgrade. And I'll take the initiative. Comes Quinlan. Take some damage. 5 points to 6. Going to take me to 11. Drop this. Bum, bum, bum. Draw 2. Swoop down, finally. And the Sanctioner Shuttle. I got to get a 6, but I'm going to have to lose the Peacekeeper. I think that's fine. Who should I kill? Who can I kill? Oh, I can kill Quinlan. We're going to kill Quinlan. Capture something. Yeah. I'm going to pay 1 for swoop down, and I'm going to attack with the Falcon. So it's going to attack for 8. I'm going to go ahead and attack Quinlan Voss. Quinlan hits me back for -2, so he only deals 1 damage back to me, and I kill it. Do I have anything to smuggle? Hotshot Blaster. Swoop down only cost me 1. All right, that is a lot of damage. I would have preferred 6 damage to the base, but gotta do what I gotta do. There's 2. Let's put the pressure on him. I'm gonna pay 3 for Sanctioner Shuttle. I'm going to capture a unit. Let's capture Sabine. All right, I'm at 13. He is at 9. Maybe I'll get him to 12 if we'll see how Han Solo does here with the top deck reveal. He still has 6 resources left. He's going to pay 5 for a Poe Dameron. Gross. Poe Dameron. Man, Poe is fun. I really need to sit down and play some Poe leader. All right, I'm going to use Han Solo's ability to attack with the Y-Wing. Discard or reveal the top card of my deck. It is 5, so I get +1 bonus, and I'll hit your base for 3. All right, not 12 to 13. 12 to 13. No cards in my hand. He takes the initiative. This is not readied. Let's draw 2 cards. Solo, we know we're getting, and a Falcon. We're going to stay here. 2, 3. Let's stay at 6. Yes. Passing. Draw all my cards here. See what we can do. Falcon and Solo. Falcon and Solo. We can run Solo on our other Millennium Falcon if we need to. But again, it opens it up to Bamboozle. And that's just not a direction we want to go. So we have a 4 Ambusher. Take out the Guerrilla Soldiers. I can't take out that Poe. But we can do some damage to that Guerrilla Soldiers. Let's see what he does first. I feel like this game's going to drastically change once we get to Legends of the Force, and it's going to be great. I really feel like the Force mechanic, it looks a little bit more solid now that we've seen some of these cards. I think the cards that are obviously going to be best are the ones that can consistently give you the Force over and over, so you can play cards at higher value that do things, right? You don't want to... You want to have cards that can do Force stuff easier and give you something like when you play it. You don't want to do something that's too slow. You don't want something that's a lot of setup. So I'm hoping we see like some good tempo going into stuff. And by that, I mean, like, if your first turn is like create a Force token because you put out a solid 2/2 guy, that's pretty great. But if it's you have to play someone weaker and then you get a Force token and then you kind of have to equivalate, like, was this worth it? So he's going to attack with Poe Dameron. He gets to make some decisions by discarding cards. Let's see how much he discards. Okay. All right. So I discard a upgrade and I discard a card. Okay. 6 to my base. So I'm going to go 19. All right. 19 points of damage. Falcon and the shuttle. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I'm going to go 5 for Han Solo with Ambush. I'm going to go ahead and hit your Guerrilla Fighters for 4, and I'll take 2 back. Need that U-Wing. You just put some more bodies out, some more power here. So Quinlan is obviously a tier 1 deck. If you're unfamiliar with that, it is a deck that last season was seeing the top 8 almost every time, up there with Django. Now, since the suspensions and a little bit more time into these PQs, you're still seeing Quinlan as a quality deck. But it is a little bit more like how well you pilot it now, which I think is good. Plo Koon comes in, hits me, kills my Han Solo, takes 4 back. That's all right. Let's see what else we can do here. I'm going to use Han's ability to swing with my shuttle for 2 plus 1, so 3 damage total. Correct. Yeah, they just have to be different numbers. So 3 and 1. Get him to 15. I have 5 more on the board here. Okay, so I'm going to consolidate. Let me consolidate this to 21. And I'm going to hit your base for 3. Get him up to 18. He takes the initiative. I'll hit you for 2. Get him up to 20. I got to do 5 points of damage before he can do, 12 points? So I feel pretty good. He's going to have to hot shot blaster and still won't be enough. I'll pass. Again, it's that extra. Here's where Data Vault comes in handy. It's right there. I'll just keep these cards. R2-D2 and Han Solo with the ambush, the 5 cost. We have a shuttle. We have Falcon. We need to do 4 points of damage. 5 points of damage this turn. See what we can do. I'm worried about going the longer route with like playing this Han on a Falcon. I'll get to attack, but I mean it's only an ambush attack, so it's not like I get to. Oh no, I do get to attack the unit. Okay, never mind. That's great. When you play, you may attack with an attached unit. If it's Millennium Falcon, deals combat damage. Okay. I don't know why I kept thinking with ambush. All right, well, that should do it. That's going to give me the +2, so I'll have 5 right there on board. If he doesn't take out the Falcon now, we're going to game 3. I'll take the 6. All right, you got me at 27, but I've realized if I read the card, I have a good shot of winning. So I'll read the card. I'll play Han Solo. Yeah, Han Solo allows me to attack immediately, so I will swing for 5. Go game 3. Again, I feel like this is where the deck is fun. We're not playing with sideboards. That is where it gets probably a little bit more complicated, and where Quinlan can definitely find more of the answers that he needs with going with some good stuff. Obviously, like more hand control. Stuff like Spark Rebellion really upset me. I don't know if you have time for game 3, but if you are out of time, I understand and I appreciate your time that you gave. Let's see if he has time for a 3rd game. All right, no problem. Thank you so much, Jay, for taking the time. Sorry we started a little bit late and couldn't finish this 3rd one, but appreciate it. All right, so as we mentioned on this stream, we will be going to streaming the Seattle PQ next weekend. It's going to be really great. Thanks everyone for checking out this deck. Again, this is the Han Solo Spotlight deck. We've upgraded it. We've focused on some of the same themes that you see within the deck. A lot of odd costs, a lot of pilots, focusing on some great cards here. Some cards we really didn't see a lot in play were the Masterpiece. Never really was getting that out very often. We didn't get to do a U-Wing reinforcements, unfortunately. We got Force Throne before that happened. Commandeer just didn't work out as far as him having other units. But everything else in here we played, which is surprising when you are running a 60-card deck, right? So just 3 cards. Now, technically, we had this on board. That was Force Throne, and this was never needed. So we definitely saw a lot of cards, which was good. Boshek helps a lot. U-Wing helps a lot. There's probably, you could probably look at running something else to help with consistency. I know like Han Red does play C-3POs just to move a little bit. But I really wanted to focus on everything just being odd cost. But yeah, so great time. If you are in the Washington, Oregon area, if you've already signed up for the Planetary qualifier up in Seattle at Zulu's Games. Just a reminder, I will be there. There'll be free stuff for everyone who attends, and we'll be streaming that all day that Saturday. I believe the first round starts around 9:15, 9:30 PST. So if you got nothing to do next Saturday and just want to watch some of the best players in Washington and Oregon and surrounding areas compete, we'll be there. Thanks everyone for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Can't wait to see more spoils, and may the force be with you.